Hello everyone, Tim here, and welcome to my 2024 room tour. Thank you all so much for clicking on this video. I hope you guys enjoy room tours as much as I do. If you enjoy this type of content and movies as a whole, make sure you click like, comment, you subscribe down below. That subscription really helps this channel. But let's dive into this. This room has been a major labor of love. This is like movie room 5.0 at this point. And I think I'm finally at a point where I love this room. And we're gonna start it off in this corner over here, this hodgepodge of stuff, and we're gonna work our way all the way around. And then I've got two other rooms to show you guys. This is gonna be a good time. So as I said, we are starting right here at this beautiful wall of movies. And first thing you might be wondering is, what the heck is this shelving? Because a lot of shelving is like the pre-packaged type of stuff, and this is not. What this is on rails system with quite long. These things come out 16 inches. And I've got some of the shelves that actually come out a full 14. But this stuff is all purchased from Lowe's, and it works awesome. Of course, to make something like this work, you do need bookends. It's an absolutely vital thing. Luckily though, I've got plenty more to spare. But besides this shelving, which I will link all of the information on how you could do these if you want down in the description. But this is all pretty much standard studio stuff right now. This is not in any type of order. It's all actually, it's crazy. We've got some G's going across here, some I's, H's up there, some more G's. This will get alphabetized, but to do everything, we kind of just threw stuff in the shelf for the moment because it's a lot of movies. So besides all of the movies themselves, you'll also notice I have a whole bunch of stuff coming along the side. I've got things like signed Funko Pops here, like this one by Bryce Dallas Howard. And I got a 7-inch vinyl there, a NECA figure. I am a big fan of things like collectibles, and they really spice up the room in my opinion. So you will see this type of stuff scattered all around. Something else you'll see all over between these rooms is a lot of autographs. Also, I've got vinyl all over the place. That's a room upstairs that has a lot of that. That'll be for a future video. But I do have quite a bit of autographs. This is Adriana Barbeau, met her in person, and Tom Atkins. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. We have autographs kind of sprinkled all around. This is another sub-hobby that we really enjoy. So I figured why not show a little bit of the autograph stuff, the vinyl specifically along the side, including that is Dog Star. Inside the insert is signed by none other than Keanu Reeves, because that's Keanu Reeves' band. That's pretty cool. Then on the other wall, right on the other side of this shelf, I wanted more stuff going up. So why not have some VHS so I could display things like My Date with the President's Daughter on full display with Evil Dead, Jurassic Park, and more. I love showing my tapes. And there up top is another signed vinyl, by the way. That would be 2 of the 3 members of Lonely Island, and one of the autographs is Andy Samberg. And of course, some vampires everywhere, some Lost Boys. So we'll come below the window, the absolutely vital air conditioner. That thing is needed. But next to it is this bad boy. This is a 1/4 scale PCS ghost face. And what's really cool is you can actually take the masks off and replace right there. So clean, bloody, clean. It's a really cool statue. Very happy to have it and have it on display because I love Scream. So also down below here, we've got some NECA figures unopened. I don't collect these too much, but there is some really cool ones, such as this Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. April's gonna open that up for me. This is a really cool set. Look at that. I love that. This hodgepodge is probably some of the most boring stuff in the room. There's not too much boring, but I need bookends, got a mic. it's odds and ends stuff that are kind of important. But then we shift over to not important, but fun. We've got Laserdisc. We've got Mrs. Doubtfire, Death Becomes Her, Frickin' Volcano. We've got The Cure, and so many more. This is a tip of an iceberg on what I want to do with Laserdisc. I don't have a player at the moment. We bought a player. It didn't work out. I will get another one, though, and I will be diving... Look, another Death Becomes Her. But I will be diving pretty deep into Laserdiscs. And then next to the Laserdiscs, we've got books. But not just any books. These are all autographed books. Like Seth Rogen, Tom Hanks, the wonderful Laura Dern, and others like Seth MacFarlane in there. We've got a children's book, Jake Gyllenhaal signed inside. So as a collector tip though, if autographs do interest you at all, I'm telling you, signed books are easily the cheapest, best way to get people for good prices, because there's Keegan-Michael Key, big fan of Key and Peele, and that was just the price of the book. Nothing extra, so you're talking like $30 to get his autograph, and that goes for many more down there. They were all pretty standard book prices. So headed back over here, we've got Jurassic Park Lego, Audrey Hepburn, a 1/6 scale figure for Breakfast at Tiffany's, and an autograph to me. That's right, hey Tim, I'm Tim. I met that man. I met him a couple times actually, but yeah, a Burn Notice signature because I love Burn Notice. So I need my man on display. Hell yeah. And now up above it, this is a 27x40 light box. That's right, that's why that comes off so vibrant, is because it's lit up. Movie posters light up so freaking well, but right there, autograph, met Susan Sarandon, met Gina Davis. I think that turned out awesome. And that thing lights up so well in the light box. Like the difference, that's it off, and that's it on. It's great. Next to the light box, we have signed Martin Scorsese for Raging Bull. That's very cool. We got some random ass Mosasaurus statue because I like Jurassic Park, and after seeing Jurassic World, the first one, I bought that like immediately because the Mosasaur was badass in the movie. That's a Mosasaur. So no real reason. We got a little T-Rex skull, some Jurassic Park right here, and then more standard movies right here. This is a spinner, which, guess what? It spins, but this thing is pretty great. It fits like 600 and some movies. It's from a company called Prepack, worth every single penny. We've got several of these things. I love it. I said I'm really a big fan of Scream. Got some Scream 2 going on this wonderful RCA CRT TV. This thing is flat screen, heavy as hell, and worked great. And this thing is loud, guys. I had this going while I was setting up the room a little bit, and this thing, you could hear it all downstairs perfectly crystal clear. So yeah, it's pretty cool to have this thing in the room. I love it. I don't love this down below. I'm going to be changing that out, but with the weight of a CRT, not as much furniture now can accommodate something this freaking heavy. TVs don't weigh this much anymore, but I love this thing. Picture quality is actually pretty solid, and I've got some Alien and Predator on top just to spice it up a little. And then, of course, to watch tapes, you need a VCR. This is some random ass, $5.99 from Goodwill. I've got several VCRs. There's another one upstairs. I think we have like one in the attic. I pick them up where I can for good prices. You kind of need those to watch those. And now I am standing in front of what I consider kind of the marquee wall or corner or whatever you want to call it, because this right here, guys, is a lot of my favorite boutique stuff here wrapping around the corner. I love this. This is going to be a backdrop you'll see often in my videos. I'm in love with what's over here. Up the top there, you will see Warner Archives going all the way across, which is actually the whole freaking shelf. We've got some Second Sight going into a Lego DeLorean. And look, there's a Marty McFly behind. That's so cool. Down at the next shelf, give a little bit of War of the Worlds love. I'm a big fan of like 50s sci-fi, so that's great. Then we have the Arrow video box set, and then we're into Paramount Presents. Big fan of that line. And hey, look, more Jurassic Park. Now we're gonna get to where it's gonna start to wrap around. So we got some Bruce Lee love here, some Halloween 3 love because I freaking love this movie. Behind these little children is some Vestron. I'm okay on Vestron. I'm not too concerned that they're blocking. But then we get into Arrow video. Love Arrow video. We've got a little naked witch statue back there kind of peering out at you. And then a bunch of the limited edition box sets. Some Gremlins in a cup. What can go wrong on that shelf? We're going from Arrow into the more upscale, if you will. We got some Celine Sciamma. This box set is pretty freaking rare. Some Portrait of a Lady on Fire. And then we're going to get into Criterion wrapping here. That is an awesome Marlene Dietrich set. And I've got a Marlene Dietrich autograph, which is so freaking awesome. And then look, more Criterion. And hey, Jurassic Park. Criterion did not end there though, guys, because it stretches there. And then it's going to turn into Indicator, Powerhouse. Then a random VH set for Chaplin and for Audrey Hepburn because they're cool. Next up is arguably my favorite label, one of them. I love Kino Lorber, and Kino Lorber stretches all the way around. And we drop another row. We've got Shout Factory wrapping here. We're going to get into like Via Vision and Imprint. Love this label as well. They are so freaking good. Look at this. A box set for Sidney Lumet. Come on now. Freaking Imprint is awesome. And then we've got some Evil Dead love. Down another row, you can kind of tell what this is. This is Scream Factory, guys. Wrapping around. We've got a little ghost ship statue there. We've got some of the more rare sets like that Friday the 13th and that Halloween. But I know y'all love Scream Factory. And then we get to the floor. So I've got some Ghostbusters right here because of what's in that thing. You'll be seeing that case shortly. But Ghostbusters. And then just a small smattering of VHS. This is a tiny fraction of what I have. I just brought some random stuff down. Look, that Terrifier that everybody's freaking looking for. But I brought some down, so I've got, I got a TV here. I need some VHS down here too, right? And you may have noticed this. It's a freaking giant lenticular Jurassic Park. Yeah, I mean, duh, that thing's badass. Caution, this is amazing. And before we move on, there is some box sets up above the window because, I mean, I gotta put stuff somewhere. And I should show to, darken the room up when I need. I have it open for video purposes, but very easy to undo that and put the blackout curtains covering the window. So now let's get into collectibles a little bit more. And look at that light. That's a Govee light. Those things are cool. It wraps around up there as well. It's very cool, but that's not what I'm showing. I've got a 36 by 24 Paul Mann Back to the Future print back there. Big poster fan. You'll see that soon. Random ass little Freddy Krueger car from the end of the first movie. That's neat. We have Audrey Hepburn Breakfast at Tiffany's from Star Ace and Audrey Hepburn from Roman Holiday. This thing is freaking amazing. This is from a company called Blitzway. That statue just, it's gorgeous. One of my favorite statues I own. And you need some greenery. I got a plant. It's not a fake plant too. It's a real plant that I hope to not kill. So keeping this going, we have Back to the Future signed by Michael J. Fox, Tom Wilson, Christopher Lloyd. I met them all at Fan Expo in Philly. That was so cool. I'm mad at myself because I forgot to bring the one item, but that turned out great. We've got a Godfather 1/4 scale statue, that Godfather set, a ghost face mask. This is signed by Sigourney and Ridley Scott. We have the Jack Daniels, or the Johnny Walker, I mean, from Blade Runner 2049. Could you believe just the damn bottle for this sells for like a couple $100s? The bottle. I have that unopened. We got Ingrid Bergman here. And then this. This might look pointless and stupid, but this thing is a real prop from the movie Sunshine. Not a replica. Like, this thing was on screen. There was a few of these in the scene. This was quite possibly held by Cillian Murphy or Chris Evans. There was only like 3 or 4 possibilities actor-wise. That's amazing. One of the coolest things I have, honestly. All right, so now we're going to cover the display cases. Open that up for you to take away the glare. But this, we got a Green Lantern 1-to-1 scale replica. This is a gift from Movie Hunter 2020. Amazing guy. This thing is awesome. And then we got a Funko Up House, which is really cool. Next shelf down, we got that signed by Guillermo del Toro, if I could speak his damn name. That's a NECA figure, though. That's signed by some Children of the Corn. That's signed by some Texas Chainsaw people. That's signed by Tom Atkins. It's a random shelf. Then we move down. We've got a Vito Corleone 1/6 figure, a John Wick figure, with, of course, some Blood Oath markers and whatnot. Then we've got Ghostbusters. You know, we got the cereal from the 2016 movie, or not 2016 movie, from Afterlife, sorry. We've got, you know, a replica Ecto-1 from Hot Wheels, I think it was. That thing was actually kind of expensive. And then even back here, I was there. I saw it in person. That was a cool moment. So we got some other random stuff down here. Kudos if you actually know what that's from. That thing's amazing, though. We have that Batmobile signed by Val Kilmer. Met him. We've got an Ash 1/6, the Deadpool 1/6. We've got this random shelf that has a Creature 1/6, Return of the Living Dead Tarman. We've got the 4K over there. We've got Pazuzu, or however you pronounce, from Exorcist, which is a great freaking movie. We've got Eleanor 1/18 scale and Christine 1/18 scale, signed by Carpenter, Matt Carpenter. He's awesome. Next up, right above me, is another one of these shelves. These things hold a lot of weight. You should see the size of the bolts for these things. They hold a lot. But we've got statues up there. Stuff like that thing is pretty expensive and pretty heavy. We've got some Ghostface there, again, some more Ash, Pennywise, just a bunch of really cool horror stuff, just right above my head. Give you one little quick pan over that's a little bit closer, because there's cool stuff there. And that is autographed by, what, Gatton? What? Yes, from Stranger Things. Something else pretty cool that no one would care about besides me and my wife, but pictures of us. You know, pictures of us together, pictures of us with different actors and stuff. It was a cool place to put a bunch of these right around the door frame. So it's nice to relive memories going up and down them. Yeah, that was an awesome picture right there. But, you know, you gotta have memories around. Now I am standing in front of a wall of Steelbooks. I'm a big Steelbook guy. This is tons of Steelbook, lots of art. I love this wall as well. I love a lot of these walls, guys. So we'll start it off right here. We've got 5 shelves filled with Steelbooks. This is 8 feet long. Look at that, 8 freaking feet. You know, we got a little twister thing there, but 8 feet of Steelbooks on every shelf. We got this guy from Twilight Zone. He has followed me to every single version of my movie room, and he just chills in random different spots. So I love that. But being a big poster guy, I can't sacrifice all of my wall space for movies. I can't, I won't. I love these things, but I love my art as well. So I left myself 3 24x36s to go across here that can be changed out whenever I feel like it. And then I left myself some autograph room there. We got Romeo and Michelle. We got a cast signed Rocky Horror. And then I left myself a 27 by 40 right here because, you know, I've got a lot of original one sheets and stuff. I got that one. Both of those are in person, Chris Evans and McKenna Grace. And Gifted is a great freaking movie. I'm telling you, watch it. Going a little bit lower here, this is an insert movie poster frame. That is not a real poster in there. I wish it was. That's a replica. God, I would love to have an original. And then down here, this is going to constitute its own video coming up. Absolutely has to. But move that off to the side. So first up, we got, you know, these are just filled with different autographs and pictures and things like that, all inside here. That's what all of these binders are. And then we get into here, and this is all filled with art prints and posters. And I mean, a lot. So that's just one drawer. We open up another one. Here's a crow, and this thing is just so freaking much in there. And then we close that. Look, there's more in that drawer. We open up this. We get into one sheets here. We got that signed by Cillian Murphy right there. We got a little Darlings one sheet. And then we end this off with a bunch of 18 by 24s, all in bags. Yeah, I have a lot of posters. This is gonna have to be its own video. And then next to it, some random frames and things like that. I've got one of those movie palette thingies. And then these, if I can grab it, I use to transport prints and posters around when I go to cons. So I keep them, you know, nice and safe. And now next to all of that stuff, I've got this little shelf here. It's got the Steelbook sets for Harry Potter, along with some Quidditch balls, and then a Dobby. A nice little cute, if you want to call Dobby cute, statue. So we've got some Harry Potter representation. Then we've got our cool lights, camera, action, light switch. This really neat Japanese Gremlins set that came with an action figure. How many people have seen that set? We've got a Gremlins NECA figure. We've got a custom Wait Until Dark. I love that movie. Then a hodgepodge of different collectibles going along here. That Kubo is signed by the director, Travis Knight. Kubo's great. Cabin Fever, CKY. That's a hodgepodge there. And before we shift to the next wall, we got some Carpenter, Lou Diamond Phillips, the really cool freaking Godzilla set from Criterion, which is like $112 right now. That's such a great deal. We got a wooden Jurassic Park thing you got for $5, and then some license plates. And then all of that is in front of what I consider kind of the box set wall. Everything here, so we've got statues up above, and then down below it turns into Steelbook box sets and different type of just box sets galore, really. So I've got a Marilyn Monroe statue here from Blitzway. Love that thing. These are going to all be 1/4 scale. But we got a Michael Myers from PCS, Star Ace 1/4 scale, Christopher Lee Dracula, and a Bruce Lee from Blitzway, along with some artwork behind. And just to show the last little bit, you know, I'm Tim, so why not have an autograph from Tim in Jurassic Park? We've got some Marilyn Monroe, this amazing Nakatomi Plaza set. And then we'll switch over to the box sets. Just not much to say on these guys. This set, this is cool though. This is an Iron Studios Gene Wilder for Willy Wonka. That's amazing. But we got the Columbia Classics. My gosh, I can't speak. The Warner Brothers sets. This is a great Sony Pictures Classic set. That's Scarface. Just a bunch of different sets behind Maverick. And it just keeps coming on down. Lots of Steelbooks. That's a Manta Lab? I think it's Manta Lab. I adore Dunkirk. That Fifth Element's amazing. Just a bunch of different Steelbook sets. And kind of comes down here. We've got all of the current film vaults because I love that series. And then we end this room mostly into this room. Ignore that. That's a kitchen. But right here is another spinner. This is all standard movies as well. So once we sort it all, it's going to be A through whatever, then continue there, and then continue there. And that should be most of the standard stuff. But just give you another little peek around this room. And yeah, we're going to be heading into that room next. But how great is this? This room's amazing. And of course, we end it with a desk, because I need a desk. But otherwise, there is so much space in this room. It's amazing. I freaking love it. And now we are in the next room right here. This is our standard living room right here. Immediately next to the movie room, so it's kind of almost an extension of it. As you saw, it's just right here. And this is where we just chill and enjoy movies. So let's dive into what's around this room. This one doesn't have as much going on as the other room does. Anything in a living room, it centers around the TV. This is a 77-inch B7 from LG. OLEDs are the way to go, in my opinion. Love that TV. And then we go down low. Yes, that's a sound bar. Down here, it's what we got upstairs. We have an actual surround sound system. Down here, we just have this thing. But it's actually cranks pretty good. I do like it. Then we have an HD DVD player, a Panasonic UB820, and a cheap-ass little Sony region-free player, because region-free is absolutely the way to go. And can't forget, got a little Apple TV back there too. Okay, so up above the TV, we've got some killer clowns there. Some Evil Dead, that's signed by Jane Levy. And then my favorite prized possession that isn't anything living, inanimate object, is this Evil Dead cast signed. And I didn't buy it cast signed, I met them all. So like it has that more special meaning to it. I love that thing. Up above, so that's a bathroom. You will not be seeing that. But up above, we've got some, Jason, Freddy. So I got like a Freddy vs. Jason there. Kane Hodder signed, Robert Englund signed. Transitions into Killer Clowns right there. We've got us with our friends in Chris Evans. My wife and I with Bruce Campbell. My friends with Hiddleston. Us with John Carpenter. And then more artwork. Oh, and some cat statues right there. Gotta love Garfield. But what little living room is complete without a mini fridge? We've got a stocked mini fridge right here under our Captain America statue, because why not? So transitioning around the other part here, so this is the doorway leading back into the movie room. We've got some Lego up above. That's Daniel Radcliffe signed. That is Bonnie Wright. Yes. We've got some artwork here for Poor Things, Zone of Interest. That's Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga for Conjuring. Finn Wolfhard. I got that like super cheap. And April and I meeting Sam Raimi. And this is my chair, so I just get to look over and stare at my man Sam Raimi at any time I want. And speaking sitting here, this is the first time ever I've had actual like theater seating, like nice recliners that I could just, oh yeah. I wanted this for so long in my life, guys, and I have it. And look at that too. It lights up. And it's got a place for my junk food. What can go wrong here, guys? I love this couch. This makes movie watching just that much better. Hey, look, it's one of our cats, and she's having none of being filmed right now. Are ya? Oh, actually, there we go. Yeah, look into that. Oh, yeah. And she's almost gone. She likes hopping around and going behind the other recliner here. We'll leave her be. So over here, we've got Harry Potter print that's really cool. That is Amanda Bynes up there. We've got a Creature from the Black Lagoon mask from Trick or Treat Studios. And another spinner. This spinner it has to get redone. This is odds and ends. We've got like Olive Films in here, Synapse, and I don't know, random stuff. We got Radiance and BFI, Umbrella. We got Vinegar Syndrome down there. We go around, this is a hodgepodge. This all has to get reworked. But that's okay. Yeah, look how filled this thing is. But it's okay. We'll rework it at some point. But it's more storage space for movies. Movies everywhere. And now for the final room, which is arguably my wife's favorite room, because we're both TV collectors. She's the even bigger TV collector, and this is the TV cave. I call it a cave. Literally, there's the front door to the house right there. You walk in to just TV shows, physical media. But let's walk around this. This room is pretty cool as well, and kind of it makes you see exactly what we stand for the second you walk in. This would be the view walking in. It goes almost up to the ceiling. That is all television, guys. That's all TV. Look at this. We have the whole complete ER spread across. We got a lot of complete series. We got Elementary. I love the show Castle. I mean, we've got a whole bunch of different stuff. Some of our favorites got little areas. I adore Burn Notice. We got Supernatural with the die-cast. Down low, my wife is a huge fan of Charmed, as she is for Psych, Dexter. So some of our favorite shows got love in just a giant wall of TV. But it ain't all the TV, because TV stretches over here as well. It's a lot. This is a lot of television. So this is a lot of physical media, a lot of discs. And up above, a little bit of movie stuff here. We've got 2 different DVD box sets. The Futurama ship, that is for Serenity and Firefly. And Ron Howard signed Richie Pop, which is pretty cool. Down below here, this is all movie related, like coffee table books. Lots of stuff. The Art of the Thing, The Making of Midnight Mass, Monsters and Makeup Effects, Audrey Hepburn, Grace Kelly, just lots of coffee table books, essentially. These things are really cool. We come around the corner here, we got some statues on top of the radiator, a Brink print. Yeah, that's right, that's our age range. We love and adore and remember Brink well, as we do Halloween Town. So that's cool. We've got a giant Lego Harry Potter Hogwarts. That thing is huge. We got a Talkie Tina right there. We got the Simpsons. That thing has been a little beat up, but it's cool. Some Sesame Street. We've got some Flintstones. Lots of Lego love. And Lego continues on the next shelf here. We got some Disney love. We've got a Scrooge McDuck, a Chip and Dale. Nice statues right there from a company called Beast Kingdom. Those are really cool, and they were actually really reasonably priced. And under it is some different random collectibles, and hey, more movie books going all the way down. TV-wise, the TV shows still continue on into the spinner, as does HD DVD. We've got UMD. It's just there's so much physical media in here. And then other like autographs and whatnot too, specifically for TV. So Jane Levy for Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist, Rose McIver for Ghosts, and her for iZombie, and just other TV related. I love that one because Buffy is like one of my favorite shows, if not my favorite. That right there, signed by 3 sisters. That thing took like 10 freaking years to complete, but we got it. And then we got Melissa Joan Hart there. So before I jump into the closet area and show you, we've got a print up there for Hill House, if I could speak. Bob's Burgers poster that's signed by the guy that voices Bob. We've got a little dark over here, but this is a Walking Dead sign by like, it's like 4 people from the cast. We've got a thermostat and Tom Welling, he was super nice in person. And then a bunch of just books that bring back memories from different stuff. So we got Animorphs, and we got some Charmed books. We've got Goosebumps, Secret World of Alex Mack, and then just more TV show related books. And then around our shoes is a bunch of Lego sets. April's a big Lego person, so she's got a bunch of sets to build. And then we got a Rugrats print and a Dexter print. And then going around there is Dule Hill, Why Can't It, James Roday, and Timothy Osmondson. Yeah, Osmondson, there we go. But Psych, she loves Psych, so there's Psych on the wall. And Pawnee, because Parks and Rec is awesome. So now we're gonna dive into the DVD movies, so here's some box sets and stuff. And a closet full of DVD. Yeah. We still have DVD in this house. It didn't go anywhere. So we got an Atlantic full of DVD. We got some different box sets going along the top there. We got, some different little wooden movie display things. And then just lots more DVD going down all the way down. I don't know the amount we have, but DVD didn't go anywhere in this house, and it actually has a little bit more presence in the closet. It's pretty cool in the closet. It's our DVD closet. I really dig it. Thank you all so much for sticking around. I don't know how long this video is, but it's probably a pretty decent length. There was a lot to show, and as anything changes in this room, you guys will see. And I've got other rooms in the house to show. I have a home library, like a full room full of books for any book nerds out there. We've got a music room full of vinyl, and that is also our home theater room. And then our bedroom is all like 80s, 90s themed. It's really cool. So there's more to come if you're interested in more of that stuff. I hope you guys dug this. If you did, please hit that subscribe button down below. Please like this video, share this video, comment. I love this so much. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. And if you guys watching, anyone else that's YouTubers that hasn't done an updated movie room tour, let's see it. Some of my favorite content to watch, guys. So I adore watching this stuff. So please, anyone make your room tour videos. I'd love to see it. That's everything though. I have nothing else to say besides thank you. See you in the next one.